Welcome all to my latest series of astronomy. Here we will go through atoms to stars, particle physics to boundaries of universe. So sit tight and hold yourself throughout the series. In couple of next episodes we will go through basic introduction and see why and what purpose we need to stick around with astronomy by the way. So let's get started with the basic introduction. The two questions, the most important two questions. What mean by the smallest and what mean by the largest? Basically, we don't know the limits and the boundaries of the infinite universe. We don't have any idea how universe big should be, and we don't know how universe small should be. So we are stuck around with these main two questions. So let's get the smallest part first. So every time when I see the night sky, I have seen stars shine, reflecting the magic. I can imagine thinking about them, asking myself how big universe might be. So space is defined to be infinite, and we see everything here is finite and mortal. So altogether, with these questions itself, which got me in the craziness of asking weird questions to myself. We live in the world surrounded by unknowns, and the best part is that we have a lot to discover it. This is my journey to understand things more better. It is all started when I first know about the basic science stuff in school. So we were taught that the smallest particle of any matter is called an atom, and an atom cannot be subdivided into smaller pieces. So then we have taught the things within the atoms. So these things are the smallest particles of atom, that is a nucleus. It consists of a proton and a neutron and an electron revolving around them with a gap between electron and the nucleus. So my question was, if an atom cannot be subdivided into smaller pieces, how would it have protons, neutrons and electrons, which are the smaller than the smallest particle itself, that is the atom? The next question was, how if the smaller particles are not limited and they consist of more the smallest elements within them? Recent study shows all these protons, neutrons and the electrons are not ultimately the smaller. However, the proton does consist of the smaller elementary particles, and the most of the space inside the proton is empty. Every time when I figure these phenomena, I would find myself in the misery of unknowns with a straight line of questions all along by my side. So, how can we define the smallest then? Quarks are the smallest known elementary particles till yet, but how if they are also made of some unknown elements which are yet to discover? We see things around us, they are all matter. How these things behave, their characteristics, properties, all depend upon their molecular structure, molecular bonding, etc. It leads to the potential forces every matter could have, and thus learning the smallest is a lot interesting. Then comes a subject like quantum physics, quantum mechanics, molecular and carbon chemistry, etc., which gives a different direction to study of unknowns. A lot to discuss on these topics altogether in coming episodes. So let's get started with the second part, and that is the second question, and that is, what is the biggest? The biggest things we could ever imagine. We are basically defining, we are trying to define the boundaries of the universe. We don't know how universe big actually is, and whenever I see in the night sky, I wonder, and I just think what should be in the dark space about us. So now we know the answers and yet to know a lot. So we live in a small planet called Earth, and the intention to small is when seeing the universe in comparison. Just imagine the situation on Earth. There are almost 1.5 million species, and in terms of mass, there are currently about 75 billion tons of biomass or living things are on the Earth only, with a variety of geometrical diversity and so on. So the Earth is sufficient enough to sustain such variety of diversity very efficiently for the hundreds of thousands of years. So now we see somewhere outside the Earth, and we will find some stars, galaxies and much more, and they have very bigger size that we could ever imagine. Just to take sun for comparison, we will find that about 1 million piles of earth could fit inside the sun. Just imagine how small we are in the vast universe. Our own galaxy is not that big in the universe. However, our nearby galaxy called Andromeda could fit about 100,000 crores of sun-like stars. Okay, now it is going to make more sense when someone told you our universe could fit 2 trillions or 2 million galaxies. It's insane. These are the biggest pictures we know of the universe, and now we know the vast space in the known universe. However, the space between the stars and the galaxies is largely empty. That is the biggest picture, and we should focus on these questions to learn more. So, in a couple of episodes and the next coming series, we will trying to discover, trying to realize, we will get to find some real basics, real questions, real answers. We will check for everything basically in this journey. So just tune up.